Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Two news stories for you. Firstly, viewers, an important case has been filed at a court in a European country. The case is about Ethiopian and Eritrean leaders and security officials. The verdict of this case could have far reaching consequences. For the first time, this type of case has been filed at a court. Secondly, Sudan. I did a video a few hours ago. I told you about Sudanese military's recapture of presidential palace. RSF on the back foot, definitely. New evidence is being shared by Sudanese military about Ethiopian fighters in Sudan, fighting in the ranks of Rapid Support Force. Question is, who are these fighters? Are they backed by the Ethiopian government? Are they individual Ethiopians living in Sudan? What is being said is that they are very skilled fighters, they're snipers. It means they're not ordinary Ethiopians living in Sudan, they're not refugees in Sudan. Let's start, viewers. Firstly, we know that during Tigray war from November 2020 till November 2022, human rights abuses were committed. Investigations were conducted. Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, Ethiopian Human Rights Commission, Ethiopian Human Rights Council all published reports about grave human rights abuses committed during Tigray war, committed in Tigray, in Amhara, in Afar. All parties were blamed. In varying degrees, blame was put on Eritrean military, Ethiopian military, Fano fighters, Amhara forces, and Tigray fighters as well. But never in the past was a case filed at a court to determine the nature of the crimes committed during the war. Tigray has been calling for determination of genocide for the crimes committed against Tigrayans. Tigray has been calling for international investigation into human rights abuses. Human Rights Council formed a commission to investigate human rights abuses committed during war, but the commission could not work because the Ethiopian government did not cooperate, and then TPLF signed Pretoria deal, and it then lost interest in pressing for international investigation to hold people accountable for crimes committed in the Tigray war. So for the first time now, a case has been filed. A case has been filed in Germany at German Federal Prosecutor's Office. According to the law in Germany, crimes committed abroad can also be put on trial in Germany. So it's not unconstitutional, it's not illegal. The prosecutor office can accept such cases reportedly. 8 uh, complainants have filed this case. They are survivors of the crimes committed during war in Tigray. They're Tigrayans mainly, you can say. One of them is an aid worker. Aid organizations saw what happened during war. They were trapped there during the war. Former Tigray interim government officials are also complainants. Who are the defendants? Ethiopian and Eritrean leaders, military leaders are defendants. What is the plea of the complainants? Well, the complainants say that during the war in Tigray, war crimes were committed and crimes against humanity were committed. Legal Action Worldwide, LAW, is behind this case. The German court will hear the case and then give its verdict. It remains to be seen what evidence will be submitted. The complainants claim that sexual violence was committed, uh, torture happened, starvation was deliberately used as a tool, arbitrary detentions happened. The defendants will try to defend if they decide to defend. Complainants have filed the case, but it remains to be seen if defendants will defend it or not. That's not clear. What will the German court do? Will it determine the nature of crimes committed during Tigray war? How will it implement a decision? Will it ask the governments, respective governments, Ethiopian and Eritrea, to take action against the people involved in war crimes during war? Will it submit forward the case to some international organization? Will it ask only German government to implement the decision to the extent of Germany? So all that remains to be seen. But for the first time now, a court has been mobilized. Court will decide what was the nature of crimes committed during Tigray war. Tigrayan, some say that genocide was committed. Uh, I have been saying for the last 4 years that yes, war crimes were committed. Genocide perhaps has higher bar to be determined. But what type of crimes? What should be the punishment for those who committed the crimes? Let's see what happens. It's a very interesting case, by the way. Yes, such cases should be filed. How can you stop new wars? You can only stop new wars if you hold the people accountable for starting wars, for prolonging wars, for committing crimes during wars. Our Sudan, Ethiopian snipers are playing a key role in supporting rapid support forces, which are on the defensive these days. Sudanese military, supported by Egypt, Eritrea, Turkey, Iran, Russia, is regaining ground. Eritrea providing military training, Egypt providing weapons, Iran and Turkey are selling drones and other weapons to Sudanese military. And Sudanese military is successfully pushing back UAE-backed RSF. It is being claimed by Sudanese military-backed sources that a document has been found at a site which was deserted by RSF fighters. The document shows that Ethiopian fighters are fighting on front lines in the ranks of RSF. And Ethiopian snipers are playing a key role in supporting RSF. These snipers are very skilled. They know how to use sniper guns, and they hit their targets very precisely. A question, viewers, is: does it mean that Ethiopian government is providing these snipers to the RSF? This is the question. I don't think that an ordinary Ethiopian refugee living in Sudan uh, can be a very skilled sniper. There could be exceptions. Generally, snipers are trained people. After years of training, they develop this capability of hitting targets precisely. If Ethiopian snipers are supporting RSF, it means Ethiopian snipers are being sent to Sudan to support rapid support force. Ethiopian government never publicly announced support for rapid support force. Both parties have been accusing Ethiopian involvement in the war. RSF has been accusing Tigray People Liberation Front and Tigray fighters of supporting military, Sudanese military. Sudanese military has been accusing Ethiopians at large that Ethiopians are fighting on the side of rapid support force. But snipers are skilled, trained people. Entry of snipers in RSF ranks is indicative of perhaps Ethiopian government's practical involvement in the war in Sudan in support of rapid support forces. Thanks for watching.